Hey guys, my name is Landon, or The Broken Bandit, and this is a really quick tip video on how to use and equip and do magic in Final Fantasy 15, because it's not super straightforward. And so the first thing you need to know is that magic is kind of treated like an item, like an inventory item. And it requires use of 3 different elements: fire, electricity, and I think frost, yeah, like water basically. And you'll see these icons on your map that look like a little flame or a little thunderbolt or ice, a snowflake basically. And you have to go to these locations that are pretty close to tent or campsites usually. And you have to absorb the items that are within them. So here we go, my fire energy is actually considered an inventory item and it's full. And I'm going to go ahead and collect, I don't want to really fight those guys. I have enough inventory of the other elements as well, so I don't really need to worry about it. And this I've already drained. So this is how you actually equip and create spells and use them. You're going to go into your items and go into Elemancy, which is the name that this game has for magic. You go into it, go ahead, and so you have 4 flasks at all time. You might be able to get more. I haven't at this point in time, but these are basically where you're going to create your magic. So you can select one of these flasks, which I did right here, and then it brings you over to the left to ask how much of these certain like inventory items you want to put inside this flask. And so this is where it gets kind of interesting, because you can combine a variety of these elements and an item, which will give it a separate I guess attribute. So let's go ahead and put fire. Let's make one fire spell that's pretty strong. Let's go ahead and just use all of it, and let's put in not a potion, because that would heal you and your allies if you put a potion with this fire. It's called Heal Cast Fire, and the healing level is 25. You see the healing level gets higher as you use, you know, stronger items, and it also changes the kind of spell. So this became a dual cast Fire. And this is just fire. If you use these, it becomes a stronger fire spell actually if you use one of the more expensive items. So that gives items another use. It's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and use one of these guys. I have one here. You can also use ingredients, of course, too, which changes the spell. A tri-cast Fire with a sweet pepper. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll add a sweet pepper and we'll craft. There we go, equip. So we're going to equip it like any other item or weapon, and we'll go ahead and put it here. And there we go, Tri-cast Fire. So I've never made this spell, but it's going to be fairly strong, I think, since I used everything. So there you go, you see I'm using the D-pad to select different weapons, and you just go ahead and select the fire weapon there. And let's go fight these guys. I know it's kind of dark, but it will also make the fire look a lot, you know, pretty awesome. So, you know, Prompto's going to tell me, like, hey, you know, perform a link strike, but I'm only here to use fire. He's like, yo, use this one strategy. So let's go over here, point warp. And the tough part is you have to actually aim these items. So and I'm gonna hold circle, and you can aim it, and let's just blast right there. Boom! Oh shit! That was way powerful. It killed 2 of those dudes at one time. So the thing is, though, I only have 2 casts of this, or 3, excuse me. And after that, I am out all of those that fire item. So we go ahead and we won that battle pretty handily. And one cool thing about the fire spells is that it will light the surrounding area on fire and continuously do damage to your enemies. So it's really good for bosses that last a while or big groups. So there you go, guys. You have to aim your spell, so kind of get to a separate location if you can. And I'll go ahead and cast it again over here. We'll see what it looks like. It's a triple cast of Fire, which is stronger than fire. Which is pretty awesome. So I don't know if I can cast it when I'm out of combat. I actually can't, which is pretty interesting. You can swing a blade out of combat, but you can't cast a spell out of combat. So looks like I just got into a fight with this Iron Giant that I definitely can't fight right now. Well, that did actually pretty good damage for this dude. I know he's resistant to fire as well, which is, you know, something. And I don't know what this dude is either, but I really don't want to mess with these dudes right now, because I'm only level 20 and these dudes are ready to kick my ass. So anyway, guys, I hope that helped you figure out how to use, equip, and create spells. And yeah, if you want to know any other tips for Final Fantasy 15, just let me know, and I will be glad to do a video on it, as I figure out this game as well. So sweet. Have a good day, everyone. I hope this helped. Let me know.